because of the demise of the then Udu of Ajido. There was an attempt by the Okemesi community to install Udu of Ajido. And that prompted a letter from ABC to the then governor, who then wrote back that the two sides should maintain status quo, and he referred the matter to the Boundary Commission. Unfortunately, a few weeks after, the general left office, and the matter was abandoned.
Responding, the Owoyi of Okemesi, Obadedeji Badebo, said that he only heard about the Supreme Court judgment and the petition written to government, but has not received hard copies for his people to respond appropriately. The monarch, who traced the history of the land dispute to 1961, shortly after Nigerian independence, saying that there had never been any hostility between the two towns. He disagreed with the request of Olukoro that the village should be ceded to Eshobe LCDA, insisting that it was not contained in the Supreme Court judgment.
A lot of people who cross the boundary to Ikoro land, they are paying Isakole. To Ikoro. They are still paying as I'm talking to you since then. And this man knows everything. We have about 35 villages around Ikoro. They are there. Some crossed the boundary, the known boundary there, to Ikoro side. And they don't have anything other than pay the Sakole.
In a response, the deputy governor, however, directed each of the towns to nominate 5 members into the committee with a view to resolving the land disputes once and for all. Okinlo Afuya warned against any attack of bloodshed, urging the committee to be headed by the permanent secretary, office of the deputy governor, Mr. Bayomi Okoyemi, to handle the matter with transparency. Other members to include the Solicitor General and Permanent Secretary, Minister of Justice, Mr. Sunday Bamishe, Surveyor General of the State, Surveyor Adebayo Faleto, Secretary, Boundary Commission, Surveyor Olalikon Olajide, among others. Adedayo Adele, reporting.
The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) in Kwara State has foiled an attempt by a suspected kidnapper to abduct school children in Ilorin, the state capital. The suspect, Yusuf Ajoka, 37, was apprehended in Opomalu area of Ilorin while allegedly trying to abduct school children who were returning from school. The state commandant of the corps, Umar Muhammad, confirmed the arrest of the suspected kidnapper during a press briefing at the command's headquarters in Ilorin. Muhammad added that 2 other suspects were arrested by men of the command for allegedly printing fake expiry dates on an energy drink product and selling same to the unsuspecting consumers. The 2024 Direct Short Service Commission course. According to a statement shared via the Army's official Facebook page, the application period will end on February 23. The statement noted that eligible applicants should access the recruitment portal. According to the post, the application is accessible to both civilians and serving military personnel. Ogun, Gombe, Kebbi, Kaduna, Nasarawa, and Delta states in the appeals challenging the outcome of last year's governorship elections across the affected states. The Apex Court had last week decided the fate of 10 state governors. No governor was sacked from office in all of the cases so far decided. In their late judgments, the Apex Court panels dismissed the appeals filed by the appellants in the election tussle for lack of merit. Capital to express their displeasure over the Supreme Court's judgment, which affirmed the election of Governor Abdullahi Sule of the All Progressives Congress. The governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, David Omugaju, had dragged Sule to court, challenging his 2023 election victory. A series of protests by women groups have since erupted in the state capital since the court's pronouncement. Godwin Emefiele has pleaded not guilty to the amended 20-count charges brought against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) during its rearrangement at the Federal Capital Territory. High Court in Maitama, Abuja, Emefiele denied all charges. The defense team pleaded that Emefiele be allowed to continue to enjoy his bail earlier granted him by the court. Emefiele's bail condition was also sustained by the trial judge, Justice Hamza Mauzo. The trial has been adjourned to the 12th and 13th of next month. Legislation to ease the rules on gaining citizenship and end a ban on holding dual citizenship. The bill, forwarded by centre-left Chancellor Olaf Scholz, passed Parliament by a 382 to 234 vote, with 23 lawmakers abstaining. The legislation will allow people to become eligible for citizenship after 5 years in Germany, while German-born children will automatically become citizens if one parent has been a legal resident for 5 years. Long-range fifth kick set Cape Verde in the way to a 3-0 win over Mozambique at the African Cup of Nations at the Atlantic Ocean island nation, became the first team through to the last 16. Bebe opened the scoring with a dead ball strike from 40 meters just after the half-hour mark in front of fans at the stadium in Abidjan. Their next match is on Monday against Egypt, who have 2 points and will clinch second place and the last 16 points sport of their own win with a win.